Are you live now? Alright, so we are now sharing chat. Cool. Alright, yep, that looks right on my side. Let me just make sure. Testing, testing. Ooh, who's user? Why do you come up as user 162811986? What's going on? If you guys can hear me, what's going on? That is from your chat. That's really weird, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. It's you, but oh, that's GX on an alt. For real. All right, guys, we're gonna be with you guys in just a second. You guys know the deal. If you guys want to join my lobby, go ahead and join my lobby. We're gonna be doing some car-themed races and stuff like that. We are going to try to unlock the whatchamacallit today, the Corvette, or get as close as we can. What's up, 2 a.m. Gav? Well, no, but like you can start going through the quests. You can like we need to do like 80K. Randy, you might have. I'm not sure what's happening, Casey. All right, let me go.
From my stream.
Alright, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, so what is different? Oh, that's what's different. I'm in the game channel. Alright. Alright, you back. Guys, I don't like fighting in chat. I don't want fighting in chat. Alright. You back. People are saying you... Yeah. I see little... Alright. Yeah, Ninja, thank you so much. Actually, there's a couple of rules. It's be excellent to each other. It's, I don't know, what the hell are the rest of the rules? I can't remember what they all are. They're all movie quotes, though. Now they can't hear Cosmic, which makes sense. Alright, hold on one second. This is ridiculous how I have to do this. So, alright, hold on one second. I'm going to get rid of that screen. I'm going to this way we should hear everybody. And then I just have to hide this. Alright. Can everybody hear Cosmic?
Hello. Not the people in my stream either.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear him. Alright, cool. Sweet.
I actually heard myself.
Alright, guys. Here's what we're doing, guys, tonight. We're starting a new thing. Are we streaming together? It doesn't look like we're tagged. Maybe we are. Alright, we're starting a new thing, guys. We've been doing Cars and Coffee for a little bit here. Cosmic has been doing jumping in here too. We decided to make it a little bit different with vehicles and video games. Alright, I brought that up. Alright, so you can hear everybody. I can change that scene from there to there. Right, so we can play some games. If anybody wants to join my lobby, now's the time. Go ahead and join my lobby. We're going to do some races, some car stuff. We're going to work towards unlocking the Corvette. Alright, we got KJ in there.
Alright, here.
Cosmic, I don't know. Are you going to join too, Cosmic?
Yeah, I will. You'll have to give me a second so I can,
Yeah.
figure out how I'm going to do this audio so it's not hearing double.
Right.
I might just have...
So guys, do bear with us while we are... There might be a couple of audio issues today, which there already was one, right? But, just trying to get this set up. What's going? Can I join? Absolutely, it's Booger. we're doing some races, and Cosmic and we're starting a video podcast. So we're going to play video games and talk about cars. Today we will be talking about the Corvettes in general. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to ask Cosmic questions. Cosmic is going to be asking me questions. Any question. Ronaldo, is that you? It's Booger. Is that you, Ronaldo? You Beck, knock it off.
Oh my god.
In fact, you're banned. I'm gonna time you out, dude.
I don't know how to do it.
Am I a mod? Am I a mod in your channel?
You should be. Let me double check real quick. This?
Uh-oh. I think I hit ban by accident because it... timeout for 30 minutes. I think it worked. Oh no, this computer's slow.
Yeah, you did. Here, what I'm actually gonna do. Give me
Alright, just ban him.
Here. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool.
Alright, there we
Yeah,
go.
see, I was gonna do that like from the beginning, but I couldn't remember how to do it.
Yeah, I was trying to... It's funny, I've got an... like my mod... I've got a mod view on one computer, but it's super old and super slow.
Yeah, I thought I could
KC,
do like a slash, but
Yeah, Casey, I at least banned him on my channel.
I got him on mine too.
Okay, we both banned him. He's been banned on both. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. Do me a favor, type in the chat, because I'm going to turn everybody down in the headset. So this way I only hear Cosmic.
Yeah, I have voice chat completely turned off.
And, yeah, Casey, I agree. I don't, and guys, look, you know, I deal with a lot. I put up with a lot. But the one thing I don't like is just people being rude to other people for no reason. I don't like bigotry. I don't like racism. And just being rude to people and saying stupid stuff, it's not worth it, guys. It's not cool. It's not worth it. Alright. Are we getting the fuzz in on this?
Send.
GPS shredder. Alright.
Are you gonna play?
60 FPS. I need to know, guys, if you're in chat...
Wow. Are you gonna play?
And you send me a friend request, I need to know who, like, you're sending me a friend request as what? Party join request. Amir, I'll put Amir in here.
Oh, God.
What are you playing?
We're playing. I guess we're gonna. Are we doing rocket racing?
Yeah, we're gonna do rocket racing, car themed. All right, 60 FPS. I need to know who you are. Type in. Still, two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, Ninja, absolutely. Listen, like, I understand that people aren't going to agree with each other, but to just go off the rails and just say stupid stuff is just, you know, I don't need that.
You're gonna pay for that? Pay
Yeah.
for what? Pay for that? Pay for what?
So.
Just say you're not gonna pay for it. What am I paying for? What am I playing?
Yeah, Mayhem. Listen, I wouldn't necessarily say that you did anything wrong, but I don't know. I guess I'm a turn your cheek kind of guy. You know, like, be the bigger person, be the better person. Positivity is my thing, really, guys. If you haven't noticed, I've learned. Listen, I've lived a long time, longer than probably many of you guys realize and think. But one thing I realized is it's not worth holding grudges. Just grudges are not worth it, man. They take so much effort and so much. Mayhem, I think they are.
Not you.
But grudges are they're just tough. Like, it takes too much energy to hold a grudge. It's easier to just let it go and live your life. So, all right, Cosmic, you ready?
Yep.
Everybody can hear the both of us. You ready? I'll run the intro, Cosmic.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got Kitty Cam.
Yeah, pretty much. She's trying to get the cat over
there. All right, guys. Welcome to this is technically episode 2 of vehicles and video games. Today we are talking about Corvettes. We are racing our way to unlock the summer road trip quests in Fortnite. My co-host here, I'm gonna let you go, Cosmic.
I'm Cosmic. I've been working as a mechanic for 3 years. 3 years at a shop called Firestone, and now I work at a Subaru dealership. So.
And guys, a lot of you know me. I'm BCool. I worked probably 10, 15 years as a prop master, and got the chance to drive a lot of different cars. I'm now a lead man in film and video, and it's different than what you might think. But I'm also a what was I going to call a jack stand mechanic, if you will. So yeah, I put those dangerous jack stands underneath the car and crawl under it and hope it doesn't crush me. But
Get out of here.
today we are talking about Corvettes.
Thank you, Casey.
We're gonna get this. Let's get this ready going. Everybody ready up? Let's get this match going. As we play, we're gonna talk about Corvettes. We're gonna try these quests here for the Corvette quests. Not sure if you've checked them out, but we've got 80,000 experience and a creator-made with party with friends. Another thing we have to do is favorite a creator from the creator page. So let's make sure we do that tonight too, guys.
I think all of it's
all
just
right.
XP that you have to get.
Yeah, it's pretty much all XP. We will be doing.
I guess the cat was a.
The cat was a hit.
The cat was a hit.
What's happening, Tracker? How are you? Tracker, if you want, we just started a match, but you're more than welcome to join us. This is a multi kind of round thing. We'll jump out and jump back in. Ninja has 3 of them done. That's awesome. All right, so first things first. And guys, remember, when I ask a question, I'm not necessarily directing it directly to Cosmic. Cosmic's going to answer me, but type in chat your answers, right? The Corvette. Cosmic, do you remember the history? What tell us a little bit about the Corvette. What do you remember? What do you know?
The Corvette was made back, or at least the first one was made back in what was it? I forgot.
I think it was 55.
Yeah,
if memory serves correct.
Maybe
a bit. Might have been 53.
Oh no, hold on. Let's see. It was.
Because I think
the first Corvette was produced June 30th, 1953. Hand built in Flint, Michigan. So, Michigan,
nice.
Motor City, or I guess that's technically Detroit. But only 300 of them were made at that time.
That's insane.
All of which.
Could you imagine only 300 production vehicles? Right?
Right. No, that's. I mean, nowadays a lot of the like supercars are like that. But
yeah, all the ones that are made by hand.
Those are also supercars. This was a white convertible Corvette with a red interior.
Oh no, I jumped too close to the building and died. This was weird. I think because KJ was in the same locker as me, I did not spawn in with the car.
I'm still loading.
You're still loading. That's crazy. Half the people are in. All right, so 1955. Oh wow, a lot of people didn't load it. Guys, let's go back to lobby. Let's take it back to lobby. Pick up some people here.
Yes. So while we do that, I got connection lost, anyways. So, first one was made in 1953, and then you have 8 generations since then. You have the C1, C2, all these are C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the one that we are currently on, and which is also the Corvette that we're going to be getting. So that's what the C8 looks like. The C8 has more of a supercar look. It looks more like a Ferrari than anything.
It really does.
But that model started in 2020. The C7.
So outside of that supercar look, what's different about the C8 than many of the other guys? We went back to lobby if you can.
So
you didn't grab everybody. So
the C8, from what I understand, the C7 you can get in manual. The C8 you cannot. You can only get it in automatic because of that center console that it has. If you've ever looked on the inside of the
well, one thing. So where I was going with this is the C8 is also the first mid-engine Corvette.
That is true. Yes, it is. I completely forgot about that.
So the C8 is the first mid-engine Corvette, and I think that's really cool. And I think that so that's one of my questions for tonight. Is the Corvette a supercar? Do you consider it a supercar or not?
See, and that's interesting too, because a lot of the supercars, if not all of them, from what I understand, are all mid or rear engine cars. So you'd have to compare like the performance specs of the.
Well, I think one thing that technically makes a car a supercar is the production numbers. Like you said, you brought it up earlier, right? The original Corvette was 300. Now that was probably like testing the waters, seeing if somebody even wanted a car like that. Man,
right?
This is not working, right? Now the let's try this one here. Car bash rattle.
Ninja says sports car.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's 100% sports car. Gives me matchmaking error. Yes, guys, I know it's giving all of us matchmaking error. I don't know what's going on.
Actually, I completely forgot. I actually have a McLaren set as my car here. So
McLaren is definitely a supercar.
Yes.
I kind of feel like Corvette's trying to like jump into that, at least that supercar look and feel, right? With the C8. Like I said, it looks a lot like Ferrari. I'm kind of curious, who designed the C8? I wonder if it might even be. A lot of times when you have the same designer.
Let me see here. Let's see if this is anything.
A lot of times when you have the same designer.
Here's the thing. The C8 is the first Corvette to have a rear mid-engine configuration. That is GM's or General Motors. General Motors owns a bunch of the American car groups. But that was GM's first since the 1984 Pontiac Fiero.
Oh yeah, the Fiero was a mid-engine, wasn't it?
I'm not seeing anything on who designed it. So
I brought up the the C8 design was a collaborative effort led by several key individuals at Chevrolet. Taj Jechter, the chief engineer, spearhead of the project, while Kirk Benning served as the executive designer and the manager, and Tom Peters was the exterior chief. So let's look up Tom Peters. If we look up Tom Peters.
Ninja just put in chat the design team there. Or just names that you have said.
Yeah. So he's best known for doing the C6 Corvette.
C6 looks alright. I mean, I like C7 a lot better. Now,
The
however,
C7's pretty cool.
if I got a C6, that would make a lot more sense because the first two things of my username are C6.
That's what I was gonna ask. Actually, is what's your favorite? What, like, if you had to pick a Corvette, what would be your favorite and why?
Okay, to pick a favorite, I'm gonna have to just go with the C7. It looks so good. If you put the right like body mods on it, it just becomes so aggressive. Oh my god! But it just looks so aggressive. Even just stock itself, from the headlights to the taillights, the back of it looks so good. It just, everything about the C7 looks good.
Alright, so you're a C7 guy. I did get a chance to drive the C7.
Ooh.
C7 was a really fun vehicle to drive. But, personally, so, alright, just a couple things. One, I'm a big mid-engine fan. I love mid-engine cars. So now, so I haven't driven the C8. I'm really actually curious to drive it. I really want to.
Even in my 3 years, I've only driven. I think I've driven a. No, I have. I've driven a C6 before, or a C7. I've also driven C5. Oh, that's good.
C5. Oh. So, a buddy of mine has a Stingray, the original, 70s one, and I would like, I think that's probably my favorite, like, outside of the C8, which I haven't driven, I really like the Stingray. I really like that, you know, like the nice curvy lines over the front fenders and all that stuff.
Well,
like, to me it looks awesome.
The thing is, that's a lot of, I think that's, I mean, the Stingray is its own thing, but it's one of their like trims that you can get.
Right.
I also like where they
and
put
I
it.
mean that's like SS and RS and stuff like that, right? That's really what that is, right? The Stingray, just like Raptor, is a trim for forward. You know, it's really just. Like you said, it's now a trim rather than a look. Whereas this, I feel like the 70s was legit. Like that was the original Stingray, right?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because I think some of them like it's legit for Stingray. Yeah, the 2014 Corvette Sting.
Let's go over that. Let's go over that C7. Give us some stats. How much horsepower does that sucker have?
I'm not too sure. Let me.
I think it's 450 off the top of my head.
Is that what your guess is gonna be?
It's either 350 or 450. I know it's a 50. Oh, I'm gonna die. I just.
What model year do you want to check? That goes anywhere from. The C7 is anywhere from 2014 to.
All right, I think I drove a 2015.
Okay.
Oh, 400. The 6.2 liter V8 offers 455 horsepower.
Now is that
it can
just
accelerate from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds.
Now is that just? I mean, oh wow, yeah, no, they've made a lot of advancements for that engine because 455 to 650 horsepower from 2015 compared to what we looked at. I think the new ones actually, no, they're still.
All right, so here's my quick C7 story. This was around about 2015. There was bad winter storms, and I'm up in New York, and we were flying out of LaGuardia, and all of the flights coming in were being canceled because the runway was kaput, right? The runway was like icy enough that you couldn't land, but not icy enough that you couldn't take off.
Mm-hmm.
So we took off. We flew to Florida, and I can't remember. I seem to remember like some sort of reason that we didn't get off the plane right away. Like we sat on the tarmac a little bit. Anyway, we finally get a chance to get in. We're standing in line for our rental car, and we stood in line for an hour and a half. It was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think we're there for the weekend. I think we got like a mid-size SUV, something not too crazy, right?
Right.
And I finally get up to the line, and the guy's like, "Well, sir, we only have a minivan, and it's not available for another 45 minutes." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I think I even said to the guys, like, "I just stood in line for an hour and a half. I'm not waiting another 45 minutes. This is ridiculous." Like, we reserved a car. The guy's like, "Yeah, I know. Nobody's taking off, so nobody's returning their cars." So like, okay, fair enough. So, I'm like reluctantly saying yes to this minivan, and I'm like, man, I got to take the kids to soccer in this thing and all that stuff. Like, what the heck, So, I just like look down the line, and there's an advertisement for the C7 Corvette. It's like rent today. I'm like, all right. Do you have any of these available? And the guy's like, yeah, they're all available.
Wow.
I'm like, all right. I was like, all right, how much for that? And originally, I can't remember what it was. He was like, it's like 120 a day. I'm like, I do not want to spend $120 a day for a C7. Like, I mean, a Corvette sounds cool, but I don't really want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I say to the guy, I'm like, I'll tell you what. If you can do 80 a day, I'm deal. I was probably spending like 50 a day anyway for whatever I was getting, so 80 wasn't that bad. The guy punches some numbers and is like, yeah, we can do that. I'm like, sounds good. So, like I said, it was winter time, ice storm, people weren't leaving, right? It was literally the coldest winter on record at that point in Florida, right? We got a convertible yellow Corvette. I think it was in 2015 from what I remember.
That's awesome.
And so I'm like, all right, cool. And as we're walking up to this thing, I have no idea what I'm getting. I just know that I'm getting a Corvette, right? So as we walk up, like everything we're seeing is convertibles. I'm like, oh, this thing's gonna be a convertible, isn't it? My wife's like, you jerk. She's like, you are totally going to drive this with the top down, aren't you? I'm like, heck yeah. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I drive with the top down? It's a convertible. We're in Florida. It's also the coldest winter on record. So we get the car, put the top down. She's got a puffy jacket on, her hood over her head, the heater on, trying to keep warm. And as I'm doing triple digits, getting around Florida here. And man, I had such a good time. So then the next day I said to my wife, I'm like, look, I don't care how far down the street we got to go. I'm driving. I was like, I will drive this car everywhere. So I'm so excited about this car. I start like looking it up on YouTube and stuff like that. And it's like, hey, there's race mode. I'm like, what do you mean there's race mode? So like you turn the dial and suddenly it goes from like a just whatever car to, yeah, it's race mode. And it sounded different. It drove so much faster. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I came up with the theory of if I don't go faster than the speed limit, I can get there as fast as I want to. So I would do like 0 to 45 as fast as I could and then just let off the gas. Until I started talking to a cop and he's like, well, you know, he's like, we could get you for unlawful display of horsepower.
Is that even a real thing?
I don't know. I was like, oh, I guess I shouldn't tell you this story anymore. But man, I drove the living crap out of that. I talked to another guy that was down there. It was for our friend's wedding. I talked to another guy that was down there, and he was like, oh, I rented a BMW. I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, is it yours? He's like, no, it's a rental. I was like, so put it in sport mode, man. Just like have some fun with these. Like, oh, yeah, you're right. So, man, I spent the weekend driving it. There was one point where I'm sitting there. It's like two white dudes blasting NWA, F the police. If you guys are familiar with that song. With the top down at the light. The light turns green, and it's like a quarter mile. You know, we live our life a quarter mile at a time as soon as the light turns green. You know, man, that was a blast. The car was fun. I don't think it was very well balanced. That's why I'm really excited for the C8.
And now, when it comes to the C8, and this is actually they've made this car to compete with a Porsche, a McLaren, a Ferrari, because they have these endurance racing teams, and if you don't know what endurance racing is, it's these like hour-long race, like hours long.
Yeah.
Like they
so
have.
My brother and I, we want to do the 24 hours of lemons, which is like it's an endurance race, but yeah.
But these cars run and drive for however many hours this race is. So, like BCool just said, 24 hours of Le Mans. It's
no lemons.
Lemons, yes.
Not Le Mans. There's two different races. One is Le Mans, which is probably what you're talking about. The other one is lemons, which we'll talk about in another episode.
Actually, gotta look this up. You said it's 24 hours of lemon?
Yeah.
Oh, that is the second thing that popped up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. That looks fun.
Oh, no, oh, I died.
But
yeah, so, yeah, they're building a lot of these cars for endurance races. They're trying to figure out, like, how well they can get through and last, right?
Right. But like these cars are made to run for 24 hours without stopping. And it's a long time.
Absolutely.
Like the race I'm talking about, Le Mans. This one's I think it's like in France or something.
Yeah, that sounds right. It sounds French.
Let me see.
So there's some really great. I think there's the Shelby, not the Shelby. What was the movie with Matt Damon and Christian Bale?
Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah, Ford v Ferrari. That was awesome, and that was set at Le Mans. Which, funny enough, talking about, well, that sucked. Talking about Corvettes in movies, one of the opening scenes, they're doing SCCA, they're doing like a small circuit race, and there's a bunch of, at the time, I think 60s Corvettes, or 70s Corvettes, in that scene.
We'll get to the Corvettes and movies here in a second. But this going back to the endurance racing, Corvette has actually been in these races for quite a while now. But the track itself, one lap is 8 we'll go 8.47.
Wow.
So almost 8.5 miles for one lap. And you're going around this track for 24 hours. And like the hypercars that compete in it, they can get like 300 something laps in. So if you want to do the math on that, I'm not. But if someone out there wants to do the math, that's how many miles?
Right.
And that's just for the hypercars, which are built a lot differently than the Corvette, which is in its a different class called the GT. It's not called GT3, but it's GT3. Let me see if I can. What is?
Right. So with Porsche, I think what you're saying, like with the Porsche, they have the GT3. They have a couple other.
But it's the GT3 is like a type of car. Kind of.
Right.
Because like they have the hypercar and then they have LMP2, which is different. They look pretty cool. But let me I can't find it. Hold on. But, okay, it's Hypercar, LMP2, and LMGTE. So it's GTE. That's what I was going to go.
Yeah, I think Audi did like an e-tron, like an R8 electric R8 that they wanted to run in. I gotta take this off. Way too hot. That they wanted to run in Ninja. Let's see it. Show it up. Show it up.
Here, I had to close my game because it was just like not letting me play.
Interesting, yeah.
But you guys don't have to back out unless you guys already did. I don't know.
No, I wanted to back out because I wanted to try a different map. There's a map that I saw somebody play that looked really fun. But I can't remember the name of it.
But
hold on, I gotta sneeze. Alright, not gonna sneeze.
But after you find that map, if you wanna talk about the Corvettes in movies and if you've been able to work with one of them with your job title.
Yeah, so cars and movies. So alright, my favorite Corvette is Corvette Summer. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that movie. Corvette Summer starred Mark Hamill, and he ends up getting a Corvette. I can't remember exactly how he got the Corvette, but it's stolen, and he spends a lot of the movie trying to find this stolen Corvette. I recommend it. It's 70s cinema. You know, not everybody likes 70s cinema because it's like sometimes not every story is told to you like straight up. But let's try Bumper Cars Lava Pit.
Now, have you been able to work with any Corvette while in your job?
I don't think I've actually, I don't think I've had a Corvette on set. I've had plenty of other cars, but I don't think I've ever had a Corvette on set. So, I'm going to say no. I haven't. Not the Corvette. Yeah, I can't. Not a single Corvette comes to mind.
That's fair. I mean,
but
not many movies are gonna wanna, unless you're like Fast and Furious. Not a lot of movies are gonna wanna pay for a Corvette to be on set.
Well, so here's the interesting thing, right? So we've got Corvette Summer. Animal House had a 1959 Corvette convertible. Body Heat had a 1964 Corvette Roadster. Star Trek had a 65 Corvette Stingray. Was that a Stingray? I feel like that was the C1.
I can. The Star Trek, I can see having a Corvette, but at the same time, I don't see them having a Corvette. But
no, it was. I know the scene, and they were playing Beastie Boys, and it's like when we first meet Kirk, and he's like stole a car, and it's a Corvette. But I thought it was an older Corvette. But anyway, Billy Jack has this 1969 big block Corvette. Apollo 13 has a 1970 Corvette Coupe. You can see in the background in American Graffiti, you can see a Corvette. I think it's kind of ugly, but the Corvette Summer Corvette is really cool. Now, going back to the C8 a little bit, what was you said the low end of that? I think is 65,000.
Yeah, so the low end MSRP on the
Ninja, I like that.
On the 2025 Corvette, and this is going back to the Stingray being its own model. So the Corvette Stingray, Corvette Stingray. Starts at 70,000, and then you have the E-Ray, which is like their electric. It has an engine in it, but it's also it has an electric engine in it. That goes for like 108,000, and then you have your high-end models, the Z06 at 116, and the highest end model, the ZR1 at 178,000.
And that's so. All right. I had this conversation with my wife and with some other people this weekend. Electric cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I unfortunately, I don't think electric cars are where they should be. Case in point, we ran into my mother-in-law. We didn't run into. We met up with my mother-in-law this weekend. My mother-in-law. It should be in here. My mother-in-law has a Mach-E and drove her Mach-E up to visit us.
That's the Mustang, right?
That's yeah. It's like it's not really a Mustang, but it's not a Mustang.
Right.
All right, really quick, guys. Car show, Chevy or Corvette themed car.
I don't even.
And try to match, match your, like, what kind of driver do you think would be driving that car?
I don't
So, I'm going with that one.
I actually don't have any Chevys.
It's like, like something that, listen, it could be Chevy makes trucks. It could be a truck. It could be whatever, but something like it can't be, not that it can't be, shouldn't be a supercar. Let's pick a car that's Chevy-esque. Like, oh, this reminds me of something, right? That's all I'm looking for here. You could also be like, you know what? Every Chevy I've ever seen is silver, so this car is silver. I don't really care what it is.
Okay, I got it.
But
yeah.
We're using Corvette and Chevy as the theme for the car show. All right. Sorry about the sniffles. What were we talking about here, Cosmic? C8.
The Mach-E. You were telling your Mach-E.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, electric cars. So I think right now the most practical thing of like adding electricity to a vehicle is that hybrid situation. And I think we're really starting to see it in the sports cars because we're really starting to see, like maybe they can make them four-wheel drive. Maybe they'll do front wheel electric and rear wheel, gas. And, it's just interesting what a lot of manufacturers are doing when they're adding electric to these, sportier cars. Which, by the way, I think we should also do an electric specific show in the future.
Yeah, I'll add electric cars to the wheel. I'm not gonna put Tesla.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
I'll just put electric.
But the problem my mother-in-law had was she drove her car all the way out to us. It was like over 300 miles. She had to charge halfway through. She had issues with the charger, not so much with the charger, but it's like, okay, cool. Like you get there, you're waiting, you finally get the charger, it doesn't sync or whatever else, and then it takes longer than it should. It just adds to your road trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
She got to us, and then she could trickle charge at the house, which would charge at 3 miles per hour, right? So like how many watts it would store would basically equate to her driving 3 miles. And it would take 1 hour of charging to get there. That's nuts. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's.
And I know pure electric cars, like they have, they regenerate when they break and whatever else. But at the same time, why hasn't somebody figured out some sort of alternator? Like, if the wheels can regenerate when they're braking, why can't they just simply generate when they're driving?
Just like
and
normal gas
maybe I make
car
it sound
does.
too easy. What's that?
Just like a normal gas car does.
Yeah,
It
I mean a gas
charges
car
while
has
it
an
drives.
alternator, right? Yeah, but like you hear all these stories of like, oh man, I did this 6-hour drive in my electric vehicle. I just had to turn everything off, and I had to tailgate a big tractor trailer, and I had to do 35 miles an hour the whole way. I was like, that sounds miserable. That just doesn't sound fun at all.
And let's not forget, specifically with Teslas, yes, there is a way to tow them, but if you run out of charge, you're stuck. You're stuck.
Well, so my mother-in-law pretty much ran into that problem. Couldn't get the car to charge. Almost had to call AAA. We took it to the nearest town. So in the closest town, all of the chargers were not accepting payment. So those weren't an option.
That's it.
We took it to another town where we knew we could charge for free. And there's chargers there. They wouldn't talk to her car. So then we took it to another one. Actually happened to be a Rivian, which is another good one. Rivian and Sir Axelrod. But we went to a Rivian place. Wouldn't talk to her car. So then we called the Ford dealer. And we took it to Ford because it had to talk to the Ford network. Like something was going on. Had to talk to the Ford network in order to charge. That's nuts.
Like...
Meanwhile, as we're driving around, it's like you just see the needle go down and down and down. You're like, okay, you might run out of electricity. Three-headed monster. Hopefully after this, you will know plenty about cars.
Yes, this is three-headed. This is going to be a whole thing that we do every Sunday until we quite literally run out of things to talk about.
And I don't know that we will. I mean, I think, there's a lot of car manufacturers. And there's...
like I said before we started, there's like 300 plus car manufacturers in the world.
Yeah. And just so everybody that's watching us live, what our goal here is we're gonna take this audio and we're gonna turn it into we're gonna also be doing a podcast. So hopefully you can find this podcast on Spotify, whatever else. I need to learn a little bit more about podcasts themselves. But for right now, this is, at the very least, a video podcast. 2 gaming enthusiasts, 2 car enthusiasts, 1 certified mechanic, 1 jack stand mechanic, having a great time. Really quick, guys, we're playing Car Show. So if you guys jump into a car here, and then jump over to the passenger seat, and then aim, we can check your skin versus your car. And right here, this is really cool. You've got like, is that like a midnight blue and a gold theme going on? That's awesome.
So my idea was Ford versus Chevy.
Yep, I like this. Ford versus Chevy. We got a Mustang, and I mean it's still muscle car, and I like the lights match the striping on your jacket and everything like that. That's really cool. All right, got a BMW. I love it. A great color match there.
Okay.
Night Raven. Oh, so all right. So this is what I was thinking here, right? To me, this is a Chevy Camaro.
Right. I was
Right?
I was
This
gonna
right.
pick something that looked like Dom's thing, and I was like, oh, that's a Chevy. And I was like, wait, no, that's a Charger.
Yeah. To me, that looks like it. Oh yeah, Dom Tourette. Yeah.
It's just, I
All right.
couldn't
Oh, and this
think
this
of
actually
anything.
looks pretty good. This kind of looks like a Stingray,
It
doesn't
does.
it?
Yeah, it does.
That Gojira or Gorgita. That's a really cool one. That's great looking. Nice little hood scoops. All right, really quick, guys. As I look through these, I'm not going to comment on the cars so much anymore. Jump into the cars, but real quick, would you rather? And then we're going to wrap this up for the evening, or at least this show. All right. So, a Corvette C8. Would you daily it? Would you daily drive a C8 Corvette?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. But I think I'd actually track it instead of dating.
Okay, that's my next question. Yes. So, would you daily? So, would you track it? And what track? Do you have a favorite track? What track would you like to see how it performs on?
I haven't done too much research into tracks, but the Nürburgring.
Right, but you've raced the Zetto, right?
Yeah, I'd like to test it on the Nürburgring.
Nice, I love that.
It's a track in Germany, one of the hardest tracks to race.
So first of all, outside of winter, I would 100% daily drive a Corvette. I would probably have so many damn tickets. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've understood about driving fast cars, it's not about how fast you can drive fast cars, it's about how slow you can drive fast cars.
But then that's no fun.
I know. Listen, I know it's no fun, but it's that's just kind of my thing that I've come to realize. The slower, and I don't mean like, okay, I'm driving 5 miles an hour, but I mean like driving within control of the vehicle, and not just constantly redlining it because it sounds amazing at redline, right?
Right.
But I would daily it. I would have tons of tickets. I would probably scare the hell out of myself in a C8.
See, that's the thing with one of the car that I really want, which we'll get to at a later time.
So, hard top or convertible?
Hard top. The thing with convertibles is the cloth that comes with it. It usually only comes in black or beige. Beige just looks awful. I hate beige convertibles, soft tops. I don't like how they look on anything. The black cloth, you can get away with, but at the same time, you have to have a cover for your car if you're going to leave it outside if you do have a soft top, because I have actually ran in while working as a mechanic. I have actually had an issue where water leaked through that soft top.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're talking perfect world here. All things aside,
Right.
I'm going convertible. I don't care. I'm taking the problems. I'm going for it all.
Yeah, I just have to go with hardtop. I mean, the paint matching and all that. I just can't do two different colors.
Okay. Would you ever race it? We've seen some of those hillbilly raised Camaros and some of those older Corvettes raised. Would you raise it?
No, I would not.
Unlimited budget, you wouldn't raise it.
Mm-mm.
Put it on 38s.
Absolutely not. I would not.
TH2. Oh, can you join? Yeah, we're just playing car stuff. Is that you 2H2? Sorry, got the coughs. We're just playing car stuff right now, guys. Let's see. How much?
Yeah, no, I absolutely would not raise it. You can catch me dead raising a Corvette like that.
Right. I mean, you want to track it. You want to whatever else. So, would you ever drive it off-road?
Unless I go off-road on the track, no. Because the Corvette itself, if I'm not raising it, it sits low to the ground as is.
Right.
And you're not going to get very far if you decide to take a little shortcut.
Okay. And then, you've bought this car. What is the first mod? Oh yeah, I'm okay. I just got a little bit of a cold. My eyes are now watering.
First mod.
My chest gets congested, and that's how I get it out. All right, now go. First mod. What would you do? Unlimited budget.
We're going C8 Corvette.
Whatever you want. So your C7, my C8. My C8, I'm supercharging the hell out of that thing.
Now, hold on, because okay, so we say unlimited budget. Are we going base model and then upgrading, or are we taking like top model and upgrading?
All right, so I'm not saying like unlimited budget, like okay, I would turn it into a rocket ship. I do need Buckleys. I do need Buckleys. But I'm talking like like oh, this turbo kit is 20,000, but it's a really good turbo kit. Versus, well, I could get the stage 1 turbo kit that's 5,000 and blow my motor. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Because okay, so if you get the C8. It comes twin turbo as is.
Oh, nice.
So are you gonna replace that turbo with a supercharger, or are you gonna twin charge it?
Right. So I guess really, really, what I would do is I need to know a little bit more about Corvettes, but I would more than likely. Jesus, I'm just gonna do a casual race, guys. What I would do is I would most likely increase boost. So I'd have to look into how, like, what that means. Larger turbos, larger intercoolers, you know, whatever that means. But I would increase boost. Is what I would do. I don't know. So
I'm gonna go. First thing I'm doing with the C7, replacing the exhaust system.
Okay.
That is the first thing I'm doing. I'm letting that engine.
Something with the grumble.
Yeah, I'm letting that engine talk. And then I'll like upgrade power and all that. But first thing I'm doing is I'm letting that engine talk.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. So, and I feel like the factory exhaust is generally pretty decent, but it could be upgraded.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, the tough part is many times with turbo cars, when you upgrade the exhaust and stuff like that, you add a ton of horsepower because you're taking out the high flow cats and stuff. You're putting in high flow cats. You're putting in better flowing exhausts, and you're taking a lot of like the mufflers, like the secondary mufflers out. So,
but yeah, I definitely put an exhaust on it, and the exhaust talk. Then I'd upgrade
nice.
power. So I'd probably do like internal engine work. So I'd upgrade the cams, upgrade the pistons. If that will also
Nice.
help with the sound.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. $67,000 budget, right? You said that was the base model, the C8.
Base model C8 starts at 70,000.
70,000. Sorry. You've got 70,000. What else would you rather buy? Doesn't have to be a car.
70,000 can get quite a. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
good.
go. Personally, I'm gonna go with my dream car. Corvettes are cool.
Okay.
But I have a dream car that I'd pretty much do anything for.
Nice.
And I could probably get it imported with that amount of money too. For those who don't know, importing a car means importing it from either Europe or Japan or wherever the car is. So I'd get mine imported. Because
I think
right-hand drive.
I think 67,000, 70,000. What am I doing instead? What am I doing instead? I mean, that's a really nice heli trip to Alaska.
Yeah.
That's a really nice trip to Japan.
70,000 can get you quite a bit.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what I would get instead. You know what's kind of crazy? So I'm a Volkswagen enthusiast, and the Volkswagen R line is kind of like their Stingray or Raptor or SS version, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the R line, I think the newest R line is like $80,000. So when you're talking basically like an all-wheel drive GTI for $80,000 versus the oh no.
I'm looking.
Versus are you really? Man.
I don't know, Fortnite's been so, I mean,
I just think I don't know. I think I would be into the C8. I think I'd do it. Although I don't think I'd buy base model.
what would you get?
I,
What were you thinking?
I'm scared to answer that because it's probably too close to the reality. I haven't looked at them. But I have not looked at them because I know if I do, I'll probably end up really wanting one, and I shouldn't get one. But I did have a coworker that bought one and said he let me drive it. He never let me drive it.
What is it? I'm curious now.
He has a C8. It's a blue C8.
Is it a C8?
I think it might have been like a leftover or return or whatever else. Like I know he said he got a good deal on it. But I think his version was a little bit closer to a three-figure vehicle. But I don't know. The hard part is that if I'm spending that much money on a car, I'm test driving a lot of cars. I'm test driving a Porsche.
Mhm.
I'm test driving, like, there's just a lot of cars that I'm driving just to make sure that I'm spending that much money on something that I really, really, really want. And then, then the next thing that happens is you have such a nice car that you want to keep nice. And you end up, it becomes a garage queen.
Right. And here's the thing. So while you guys are racing, at like a $70,000 MSRP, you can get Audi, a BMW, high performance Nissan, a
Right.
Corvette, Lexus. Like there's a lot that you can get for 70,000. Granted, now if you want to do like ZR1, which is starting at 173,000.
See?
Let's
And you know what I've heard? I've heard the ZR1 or the Z1 Camaro is just as fast.
I mean,
And a lot cheaper.
oh yeah. So at 173,000, you okay? Yeah, you have the Corvette. If you're into them, I'm not. You have Land Rovers. You have the Mercedes Maybach, Porsche 911, Mercedes-Benz G-Class. So that
No, absolutely. I think there's a lot out there
ZR1
that
is
is
up
like.
there, but it also competes with the Porsche.
One thing I will say, I've talked to a lot of exotic car owners, and a lot of them have said that like the nice thing about a Corvette is that you spend 120, right? I'll just put 120 out there. You spend 120, and like maintenance is cheap. Like as soon as you take it off the lot, you lose a lot of money, but at the same time, it's like a much cheaper to own.
Mhm.
If you're looking at I like the Ferrari 360, right? So that's in that 100,000 range, a little bit more, a little bit less, depending upon what you get. Every 20,000 miles, you got to do a $10,000. You got to do like a $10,000 service to it. You don't have to do that to a Corvette. That's the nice thing about a Corvette.
Now, here's a story. When I was working at Firestone, we had someone come in with a C8 Corvette wanting an oil change. Obviously, we turned them down.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
no, I mean we kind of had to because the lifts that we have in our in that building aren't meant to lift mid-engine cars.
Oh,
Because
yep.
you have
I
to
can see
wait
that
more
happening.
in the back, and that's just a disaster waiting to unfold.
Yeah.
Plus, we're not like, why are you bringing your $100,000 car to Firestone to get an
Right.
oil
I mean, so
change?
like the Jiffy Lube near me is kind of cool because you just drive in and they have they just walk down underneath so they can just reach up and grab whatever, do whatever.
Right.
So they don't have to jack your car up. It just drives in, drives out.
But I mean,
And I mean that's kind of smart, right?
yeah, no, definitely. But I mean, at the
But
same
I
time,
mean, a lot of these people, it's probably somebody that just bought the car and didn't fully realize hey, they didn't think about this is a mid-engine or whatever. They just thought hey, I need a oil change and it's cheap here. I mean, could you imagine taking like a Ferrari or a McLaren to a Firestone or a Jiffy Lube for
I could
for
not
an oil change?
because
I think if I was the tech, I'd be like, you got to be out of your mind.
I've actually worked on a Bentley Flying Spur before. And that's around $100,000. It's a Bentley. It's an expensive car. But at Firestone we had a poster. It's funny that you bring up the Ferrari because we had a poster that had like the wheel torque specs of different vehicles, and
Uh-huh.
for whatever reason, Ferrari was on there, and I think it's like the LaFerrari model of it.
Okay.
And the wheel torque is about 431 foot-pounds. Just
Wow.
to torque the lug nut down to make sure it's tight on the wheel.
That is nuts.
So, if anyone had come in with a Ferrari, first of all, they wouldn't even come close to the building. We'd say, get out. Because no one's touching that car.
Right.
But even if, for the off chance they were like, yeah, go ahead, we'll bring it in, we'll do your oil change and tire rotation, no one would be able to torque it down because our torque sticks only went up to like 250.
Right. And now you use those like they're probably like this long or whatever, like red. They have a couple different colors depending upon the torque value, right?
So those are torque sticks. Those are meant for putting lug nuts on. But then you have these torque wrenches that you can set to a certain value and then actually get it down. Ours only
I
went
thought you were
up to like 250.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think I have a torque wrench. I don't think it even goes past 100.
Yeah, so a car that you need to torque down to like 413 foot-pounds, that's just not happening. Because that's also a lot of strength that you have to push down 400 foot-pounds of torque. It's a lot.
Yeah. All right, Cosmic, how you feeling? Do we have anything else we want to cover about Corvettes? We talked about the Stingray. We talked about the original. We missed the 80s Corvette, which to me looks like the 80s Camaros. I mean, those things are just almost identical.
You said 80s. I already looked that up and what?
Yeah, I want to say the C4 Corvette.
You're saying C4? Let's see.
Yeah. The C5 Corvette, I think, is really nice looking.
So you have C1 1953 to 62, C2 is 63 to 67, C3 is 68 to 82. So your 80s would be the C3 and C4, ranging from 1968 to 1996. Those two models.
Right.
And then you have your C5 starting in 97 to 2004, and then 6 starting at 2005 to 13, and so on and so on.
Nice.
But
Yeah, I guess we'll get into this race here.
Oh
in a
yeah,
second.
they do.
We got three more people need to ready up, but then we should be able to get into this. Do we want to do the wheel? And,
yeah, we can do the wheel.
And we'll wrap this up.
We get Chevy on it somehow. Actually, if we get Chevy, I'll re-roll, and then we'll.
So Mayhem, here's what we're doing. We have too many party members. We should have plenty of party members. We just won't be doing ranked. So for the show, for next week's video games and vehicles and video games, we will have a wheel just to kind of like what should we talk about next. So I guess what we'll do, Cosmic, this is the first time we're doing this. Cosmic will spin the wheel. He'll come up with a brand, and then we'll take a couple minutes to think about a car that we could talk about. Because we're not going to talk about the brand, we're going to break it into the specific car. Oh, we do have too many party members, but we shouldn't because because it went to ranked. Oh my gosh. That's what happened. That's stupid. This game. And so this is actually why I've kind of stopped doing the weekend racing because there's just constant issues with this. But yeah, thank you, Ninja. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Speed Tank, I know you're out there. Not sure if you saw, but you know what? It's going to drop tomorrow. the video of me getting sacked, ball sacked, that is, will be live. I think it's gonna post to my stories. But that was a riot. Thank you for that. All right, so here's what we do. Cosmic has a wheel, and we're going to spin said wheel. It'll come up with the car manufacturer. We are going to wrap this up by talking about potential cars we could talk about next Sunday. In the meantime, Cosmic and I will do our very best to come up with some more content based on cars, based on video games. Give us some feedback. How did you like this? This is a little bit different. Trying something a little bit different. Let us know in the Discords.
What you should
If there's
also
a car,
do,
if there's a car you want us to talk about in the Discord, let us know.
yeah, what you should also do is in the Discord make a new category for this. So any questions,
Yeah,
we can pull questions out of there, and
I like that.
so we're not searching through the general chat or anything for any questions.
True. Yeah, that's a great idea. So we'll change up the Discord a little bit. Mayhem has never played Rocket Racing. That's okay. It's gas, and don't let off.
Yeah, after this,
What we might, I like the idea of kind of playing Fortnite while we talk about cars. We might dive into some other games depending upon what car we are talking about or what cars are released. Kind of like a micro news section.
It's got the battle bus, man.
Oh, that was a horrible boost.
Yeah, I'm in this time.
Nice. Red Ninja just smashed me. As soon as we get through this race, guys, we'll spin the wheel, figure out what we might be talking about next weekend. Next Sunday. You can see us.
The only thing that we'll talk about the brand is Subaru because I work for them and I know way too much. But we'll mostly be talking about my dream car because that is the brand that it is.
So I'll tell you, since you brought up Subaru, I was looking at the BRZ. A lot of people are putting a Volkswagen VR6 engine in them and boosting them and then drifting them. So I was looking at that as a drift car option.
See, what's funny is I actually got the chance to finally actually drive one 2 days ago. It's not a bad car. It's really not.
I drove the Toyota version. My brother-in-law had the Toyota version.
The Toyota version, Scion version, Subaru version, they're literally all the same exact thing.
Yeah.
The only difference, and I'm like, this isn't even an exaggeration, the only difference is the badge that is on it. That is it.
Yeah.
Red Ninja, you got me because I kept hitting the walls.
Absolutely. GG's, guys. Alright, let's head back to lobby. Guys, we're going to spin that wheel. And I'm going to call it. I'm turning into a pumpkin. I got to get up at 4 a.m. But once we get this podcast sent over to the podcasters, I'll figure that out. I would definitely appreciate your thumbs up, your likes, your subscribes. Once we get that podcast, vehicles and video games with BCool and Cosmic. Cosmic, you got that? Should I share your screen?
Yes, give me 1 second. Flavor, I appreciate the follow. Let me just do some messing with my scenes real quick. And then I'll be good.
Move camera. I gotta remember how I can allow guests to share screen. There you go. I just allowed you to share your screen. Let's see how this looks.
Oh no. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, guys, it is Casey's birthday on Friday. Should we do a special Casey Friday birthday stream? Maybe we will. Maybe we will. We'll see what happens, Casey. I'm trying to see Fantastic Four sometime this week. We've got that wheel coming up, guys. Thanks everybody for coming out.
Oh man, that just rose.
Oh mayhem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bud. I couldn't answer you, honestly. I know he was on Thursdays and then he was on Sundays. I don't know when or where he is right now.
Oh shit.
But
No shot.
Nice.
2-in-1 pull.
Yeah. Oh, you got the new one.
I know. This is the first pull I did.
Mm.
Yeah, be jealous, sucker. You're so cute.
you gotta love the fuzz.
Yeah.
You gotta love the fuzz.
Okay. So let's get this wheel spin going. Let me. Okay. Let me find the correct screen real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, let me switch it to make sure it doesn't.
Ninja, I am being nice to Cosmic. That is Cinnabon in the background, aka the fuzz.
Yeah.
Because Cinnabon is 5'0". She is 5'0".
Okay.
And I call her the fuzz. Alright. Cosmic is sharing his screen. Let's see where that is. Oh, we got the wheel up there.
So this wheel has all like the car manufacturers I can think of off the top of my head. This is not all 300. I promise you. This is only like 30 of them.
Yeah, makes
So,
sense.
We will be talking about.
What? Oh, what? What will we be talking about?
Mitsubishi. Okay.
Ooh. First Mitsubishi that comes up. You know what we should do? The GT300.
That or
3000.
the Lancer.
Yep. We got the Lancer. Alright, we've got some guys. Alright. Favorite Mitsubishi, let us know in Discord. We'll be talking about it next Sunday. Favorite Mitsubishi. We'll be talking about it next Sunday. You still got that wheel up?
You do.
Let me just take a little screen grab. Alright, cool. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up, at least for me, for Cars and Coffee Night. Cosmic, are you still rocking and rolling? What are you doing, bud?
Nah, I'm probably gonna head off of here as well.
Alright, cool. So,
Let me raid you real quick, and then you can send everyone off.
okay. Alright, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Alright guys, thank you everybody for coming out. My dad has a Mitsubishi. Oh, cool. That mayhem. I want pictures of that in the Discord.
I've
man.
actually
That
never
sounds
heard
awesome.
of that. I'd have to look that up.
Alright guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid, this is a wonderful woman. We've raided her a couple times before. But we're gonna give her a raid. She is watching the Milk Cup Academy watch party. Do I want to do that?
The what? Huh?
The Milk Cup Academy watch party. No,
Nope.
we're gonna go somewhere different. We're gonna do this.
Sure, Missalot's playing 5 Nights at Freddy's. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's exactly where we're gonna go. That's exactly where we're going to go. Guys, this is like one of the most wholesome dudes. Lots of fun to watch. let's raid on over there. Hit the raid command. Let them know. Lots of fun channel redemptions over there. Let's go.
All right.